Well, I didn't expect to be chatting with you guys today. I was supposed to meet a friend on Zoom to chat, and well, life happens, and it didn't happen, which is very much like what the world is right now, huh? And I had all this energy to chat, so I thought, well, why not chat with you guys, huh? Um, yeah, wow. I just, I really, at times, I just can't believe that what is inside of me is inside of me, huh? And my way of living in the world is natural and it's no effort and it's just what is, and there's no like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, yeah, when I read the and I read the headlines, I'm always going, oh my God, you know, but it's not cellular. It's more like mental of like, oh my God, this now, and I keep saying 2027, 2027, but this uh, getting to this place within. I never dreamed of it. I know I've said this so many times, but I truly never dreamed of this. I mean, all the times I was in a spiritual community and heard the words enlightenment, awakening. They became goals to attain. My mind had all these ideas of what that meant, and where I was never good enough, and on and on and on and on. And I was just so caught up in the mental plane and the conditioning from my childhood, as well as the conditioning from um, the spiritual community. So, to get stripped, that's why it was so hard in the beginning. It's not like just taking off your clothes. No, it's like the layers had to get stripped away. The open centers felt like they were being chiseled to get all the stuff that got inside of it from the moment I was born out. Yes, things flow in now. I mean, we're always being conditioned, but they don't stick and they don't hurt and they don't push me into action. They don't make my mind crazy about what's coming in, I know it's not me. But this place, this space, I don't even know what to call it. It's not spiritual. It's natural. It's like, the consciousness came into form to have an experience. And, you know, by honoring the form, the body, the organic nature of this human, ah, that changed everything. And not letting this, my mind, drive this anymore. It's why, the last time I talked with you all, I said the book is going to stay unfinished. It's here it is. Because this, you know, might have. It didn't tell me I should finish it, but it could have very easily, in the old days, said, you have to finish this. Look what you started. You have almost 200 pages, blah, 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 all of that. But nothing pushes this anymore, this body. Even my own mind doesn't push it anymore. Now, yeah, I'm 30 years from starting with waiting, honoring the form, not having the mind be the authority that runs my life. So it's a long, long process. And it's a lot of moments to get to this phase, huh? But it's like, it's so simple and so ordinary. I mean, it's not lights flashing and it's just oof, being present. Being present, drinking my coffee, being present, walking down the street. It's just the consciousness in the back seat, observing and honoring the form for what the form does in this life, you know. And it's so interesting to see what this form says yes to and what the energy says yes to and what it says no to. For so many of you, we've gone way back together, huh? I mean, so many years. Oh, and it has nothing, my stopping the work and being available has nothing to do with the love that's there. It just has to do with this form and the energy in this form. It's like, no. But it feels so right too, huh? I'll be 77 this month, and it's like, yeah, let's face it, I'm closer to leaving than I am to when I came in. It feels right to somehow, as as I leave, to just have this space, this time, you know, not being anything, not being identified with anything. And I still love chatting with you guys when the energy is there. But this is like, you know, I hope I can find a way. I'm going to ask Sergio, my granddaughter's husband, if he can find a way to add an image at the end of this, because I don't know how to do any of these things. I came across, I was kind of cleaning my computer. I've got 30 years of human design stuff. I mean, you can imagine emails and lead. I mean, anyway, I came across the first online free chart and what the strategy was. And it said, well, let me see if I remember. Wait to respond or waiting to respond for the generator and the manifesting generator. Can't remember which, but waiting was a big part of it. Now it says to respond. And I'm so sorry that waiting is gone because, yes, I know so many generators, and even Ross said, we respond all the time. Yes, we do. I'm always responding to life. But to take any action other than the movement in life, I need to wait to respond. And that waiting was the key for me. It's that waiting that really killed me. Not, well, I don't want to say killed me, but killed who I thought I was, dissolved who I thought I was. Took away all the layers of the conditioning that ran my life for so many years. That waiting. And then, if you're sacral authority as a generator or manifesting generator, then you've got your sounds to say yes or no. If you're emotional after the waiting, you need to wait a little more. That's part of it. But that waiting was the key. Waiting is incredible. It's magical. and nobody wants to wait. I mean, I didn't want to wait. I was from New York, we wanted it yesterday. But it's such a thing. It's almost like when you begin to wait, it's almost like you stop moving towards, you know? You wait, you don't stop and just sit and do nothing. You're in your life, you've got your family, you've got your job. But for any action to take place or new action to take place, then you're waiting for something to come to respond to. And that was the hardest thing I ever did. But it brought me here. So, it was worth it. Because I mean, it's I, it's not special. It's like nothing. I don't even know how to say it. It's just such a deep, deep, deep relaxation and breath. Big breath as myself and just really enjoying being me and just loving being me and my interaction when they happen and my non-interaction when they happen and not caring what anyone thinks about me and I mean all of that. It's like such a freedom in a sense and not like a freedom of Uh, I have freedom to write my free right to speech and all of this stuff. It's this freedom to just breathe and be me. It's this amazing, amazing experience that is just so ordinary. It's not special. And and it's why I called the book I wrote A Revolution of One, why I called it A Revolution of One, because you do it alone. Nobody sits in the back seat with you. Nobody can hold your hand. I mean, it's because we're each so unique. What we pass through is so unique. What I pass through, no one's going to pass through that. Everyone has their own journey, their own conditioning, their own life that's going to unfold. And it's just one person at a time. And that's what I wish for each of you. That you live you, love you, enjoy you. Well, I didn't expect to do that today. So thank you, friend, for not showing up because I really loved being with you guys. Until next time, bye.